Hey guys, welcome to another special edition of Tone's Market Analysis for, I believe today is Wednesday, for Wednesday, November 2nd, or Thursday, November 2nd, sorry, Thursday, November 2nd. And as you can see, the price is hitting new all-time highs. I have about 30 minutes before I have to meet people for lunch here, and I'm still here in Ukraine. I am off to San Francisco. I'm off to the Bitcoin scaling or scaling Bitcoin event tomorrow. So I'm off to scaling Bitcoin in San Francisco tomorrow. But I wanted to just put this out today. I don't know if I'll get a chance to be in front of a computer today. I was tweeting out last night. I got like 3 hours of sleep. So I have been keeping an eye on the price. A lot of things are going on. So I'm just going to go straight to share screen. Once again, if you are new to my channel and you're asking questions when to buy and sell Bitcoin, I'm not going to answer you. Please learn how to trade. If you don't know how to trade, then you buy and hold. If you don't know how to buy and hold, then don't buy. Either you learn how to trade yourself and understand why I say what I say. I don't know how many times I can explain to people that I run an educational channel, not Tone told me what to do as far as buy and sell. So please go to my website, go to the Learn Trading section of my website, read all of it. If you are confused, what the hell are these numbers about my videos, it's all explained right here in section number 6 under time analysis. Okay, let's just jump right into the market. I have had people ask me about the S&P 500, which is why I'm pulling it up today. Here's the daily chart of the S&P 500. We did have this 9 right here telling us that the S&P 500 is probably near a top. This is the candle formation that followed the 9 is something called a bearish engulfing, which led to downside. Now, this was benefited by amazing earnings from Google and Amazon and some of the other companies. But now we're once again, I'm waiting for that daily reversal candle. I was waiting for this blow off top on a daily reversal candle. This is not exactly what I call a screaming daily sell candle. I would rather have it be something like this followed by that, and that led to a much longer correction. So but even without a screaming daily reversal candle, I'm still not very big on the stock market right now because of this weekly 913 on a weekly chart calling for some significant downside. I don't have the back test open, but again, the weekly candles aren't screaming, the rally is over either. So even though the time analysis is telling you to be careful, there is reason not to panic because this is not the kind of candle pattern that you normally get with a market top. So I would be a little cautious here. I would stay away from the stock market for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, and see if we can go to new all-time highs. If this is a weekly doji on a 913 leading to a correction, it'll probably be a correction. I thought I changed the arrows here last time. I'm kind of surprised that I don't see them now. Maybe it didn't save. I am looking for some weakness. Ideally, you know what? I don't have to change that arrow. That arrow can stay, right? Ideally, back to the prior high, something like that, or maybe even a little longer. And then we have that end of year effect. So maybe, something like this. Again, I'm just like guessing here. Maybe I'll adjust these arrows in the future. And let me save it this time. And maybe I should just glance at the monthly chart. Hold on a second. I think I have a monthly chart now. SPX monthly. Yeah, let's take a look at the monthly. Just real quick, I'm not going to spend too much time on traditional markets. Yeah, so this was the thing. So my candle was one candle ahead. So Wall Street has a 9 here. I have a 9 here. Not really going to explain why. Maybe I should adjust my code to match Wall Street because now I'm confusing people even more. I just have a slightly alteration to the official version of this indicator. Yeah, so the monthly, I just got an earlier heads up. Oh yeah, this is the monthly chart that I did. So maybe something like this. I guess my monthly is going way lower. My monthly is going to 2,400. My weekly, it's going to 2,400-ish. So that's fine. Those are somewhat in line. Yeah, so I would be a little cautious with the stock market right now, okay? Just because of this, just because these nines are aligning across all time frames. 9 on a monthly, which Wall Street saw on this candle in the month of October. I haven't really looked at the yearly. I don't really have time to look at the yearly. Yeah, you know what? Let's move on. I don't have much time. So the S&P, I would be a little careful right now. You can always get back in, right? You can. I mean, there was a big run. If you listen to me, though I don't want people to listen to me. I want people to, make their own decisions, but understand why I've been screaming higher and higher and higher on the S&P 500 for years. If any of you attended the anarchist conferences in Mexico, where I'm probably not going to be speaking anymore, I've been telling those people to sell their stupid gold and buy the stock market for years. And all of them continue to laugh at me. Meanwhile, the stock market's going higher and your gold's been doing absolutely nothing. But anyway, let me digress here. Let me save these things. So I'm a little cautious of the S&P 500 right now. I mean, I took all my money out of the stock market indices in order to trade earnings season. I'm not in a rush to put it back into the S&P 500 quite yet. My 401k will stay in cash for a little while longer. Here's gold. Again, gold weekly. We're on a 6 looking for a red 9. So gold weekly remains bearish to me, and gold daily is bullish, right? So this is the difference. Where are my arrows? I can swear I put arrows here last time. So gold bullish was on a 1 to 4 day dead cat bounce. We are now on day 4 of a dead cat bounce. So I'm treating this 9 as a dead cat bounce instead of a reversal 9, because the weekly still has 3 more weeks of downside to get me to a 9 for a bigger reversal. So I'm actually going to stick a red arrow from here at least back to the moving average. And again, I don't believe in double bottoms. So once we get back to the lows, trend line, make it yellow. See, this is already looking like a bit of a double bottom, right? Like something like that. So this is already problematic. If I hold shift, I guess. Right. So this is already a bit problematic, and then you're going to run into your 200-day moving average. So I might as well take another red arrow and stick it here, because, or the other way around, or it might accelerate, right? So maybe I should, accelerate this and stretch this out, right? Because this is the whole tone vase doesn't believe in double bottoms or double tops. So if the daily starts to fall, I do not believe this would be like an upside down cup and handle, right? I mean, it's however you want to draw it. I don't really want to spend too much time on this, but I do want to get to the Bitcoin. But it's important because this is how people need to learn as to why I say what I say. So I can go ahead and draw a cup and a potential handle, right? Like I'm drawing this a little prematurely. So I don't know if this is wise or not, but like this is my cup and handle scenario. So we'll see if it works out. And after that, you're looking at a fall from like here, probably do that higher, you know, something like that. And what do we got here? 1300. What's the bottom? Where's my bottom? 1300 to 1265. That's not that much, only 35 bucks, right? So yeah, so we fall 35 bucks from 65. So that should take us to 1230, right? That's your target, right? So 1230 becomes a reasonable bounce because you have a Fibonacci support and you're staying higher than the high, than the previous low. So, but if you fall below this low, yeah, it can start to get ugly. So we'll see. Like you need a higher low. Once you start getting back into double bottoms, shit gets ugly, okay? And if God forbid you get to here, and then potentially, I think there was even a lower one, right? So once you start making double bottoms, it just starts to get uglier, uglier, and uglier. Very nice 9 reversal right here off the low. And you know, nice reversal candle, 1 to 4 day bounced and lower. And let's see if this is another 1 to 4 day bounced and lower. These are reversal candles, all right? So I'm going to leave it here, and then that would be in line with the weekly chart that still says, you know, I'm still looking for that reversal. I don't know how low it'll go. You know, let's not get too greedy here, but I'm looking for a retest of the triangle breakout and then probably go higher. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, enough gold. Enough gold. Enough time wasted. Here is the monthly Bitcoin price. The price is off by a few $100 because this is updated once a day. This isn't going to update for like a while, which is why it's not the best thing to use, basically. But I'm just using it to look at the nines. And again, this 9 is 2 months premature based on the textbook, but I like getting a heads up. So this 9 is 2 months premature. It's possible we can go to 1300, 13,000, 15,000. It's this year, absolutely, over the next 2 weeks even. It's possible for Bitcoin to double in the next 2 weeks, absolutely possible, okay? But like I've been saying on videos, this is not the time to speculate on Bitcoin. This is the time to look for your exit. I'm not exiting. I don't know if I have time to talk about that much, but this is the time to look for your exit, all right? So monthly, we're looking for an exit. I'm just gonna straight up close this. I don't really care. Okay, here's the important stuff. Here is the weekly. Here's the weekly chart. Now, it's a lot more difficult to get a 9 weekly when your 5 is a monster candle. The range on this 5 candle is the open of this candle is 61.33. The close of this candle is already pretty much 7,000. I'm going to say 7,000. We're about $8 away. We're going to break 7,000, probably going to crush it. Now, it's funny how I said right here on this candle, hey guys, we're at 49.50. I have very low confidence we're going to break 5,000. And we didn't, and we fell. Now, because this is a 5 candle, I have almost zero confidence that, or I have 100% confidence that we are going to not only break 7,000, but we're going to crush it. We're going to crush it, because the big difference between this candle on June 5th stopping at 5,000 and this candle crushing 7,000 is because this is a 9 and this is a 5. Okay, huge difference. Even with the 13, okay, this is, I'm not worried about this candle. And even then, I would wait for a reversal candle, okay? I believe that this new count being on a 5 trumps this sell 13 that's coming from this 9 telling you that the uptrend by this 9 got exhausted. Now this green line right here, and I tweeted this out yesterday, this green line at 46.33 gave you another entry into your long-term bullish trade, which is now on a 5, and we're about to hit the top of my arrow. Again, this is an arrow I drew. I probably drew it here. I had to. Please fact check me, go back to the video. I almost never draw arrows, on older candles. I always try to draw arrows from current candle forward. So that means that I drew this arrow the week of September 25th, and just like my daily arrow, I'm probably gonna hit it right on the freaking money. Okay, this arrow has been in all my videos. I don't remember touching it in over a month. Okay, and I'm very bullish here, very bullish. All right, we're going higher, and we're probably going a lot higher, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. All right, so the weekly chart is higher. I'm still looking for for a maximum of 4 more weeks of upside. That's my maximum, right? Of 4 more weeks of upside. Now we could top on candle number 7. We could top on candle number 8, but I am not expecting us to top on candle number 5. Okay, right now we're candle number. Now, of course, anything can happen, but my probability of a top right here at 7,000 is incredibly small. Incredibly small. Okay, let's go to the daily chart. There's not much more I can do here. Maybe I should pull up my Twitter. Here's what I tweeted out. Let me explain this tweet to you guys real quick. Okay, here's that same arrow. And here's me circling in blue saying that there was a buy call. There was a buy call right here. If you go back to these videos, I guarantee you I said that. Okay. The daily was also on a 5, and I'm looking for 4 more days of upside. Now, I didn't expect it to go up this much in the next 12 hours. So I was looking for a 9 with a down arrow in the vicinity of $7,000. Now, if we were hitting just under $7,000 for 3 days from today, like today plus 3 more days, right? That makes it what, like Monday or Tuesday, right? Whatever I say, like November 5th, okay? I was looking for 7,000 on November 5th. And then I would have said, hey, it's not going to break 7,000. It's going to take a break. Maybe we'll fall back to 6,200 and then go to 7,500. But if we're hitting, there it is, 7,000. If we're hitting 7,000 on, no, sorry, it's 4 hour. If we're hitting 7,000 on candle number 6, then I'm forced to move up these these arrows, right? So like I'm not even I don't want to change the arrows that I had already drawn, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another set of arrows, right? So now I have to go higher because I have not changed my mind on. I'm not even sure how to properly draw these things, right? Like I guess I'll draw it from the very top of the candle that I'm at, right? And then I'm gonna get a red arrow, and I'm gonna, I guess, do one of these, and well, maybe not, right? Like maybe we're not gonna fall as much, which may be unfortunate. Like I honestly don't know. Like I have no idea. All I can tell you is that my time project. I know it's gonna be like cluttered with arrows, so maybe I'll delete some, whatever. But I'm gonna do it on live camera. Basically, people ask me, well, what does this mean? Do you have to take your profit? Well, the answer is no, because I was looking for a top on a certain day. I'm still looking for a top that day. I mean, the time projection hasn't changed. I'm still waiting for a top on November 5th, because this is 6, and then the 3rd is going to be 7, the 4th is going to be an 8, and the 5th is going to be a 9. All right, so I just have to adjust these arrows higher. Like we're dealing with all-time highs. I would rather predict the day it's going to fall than the price it's going to fall at, because you're guessing the price. I'm not guessing the date. Like there's no guess. It's not a guess that I'm looking for a top on the 5th. That's what my code is telling me that I should be looking for, right? But I'm not expecting this to be the ultimate high, because the weekly code is telling me a potential of 4 more weeks of upside. And this has nothing to do with, like, this code telling me this has nothing to do with the 2x hard fork, which is probably what's driving this price. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So and I may have to draw another set of arrows to like 8,000 and 9,000, and I'm going to keep drawing them higher, because I'm looking for a top on a specific day, not at a specific price. I can try and do my best job guessing the price, but this is time specific, all right? So hopefully this chart will not be cluttered with these arrows, but I'm doing the best I can here with the information that I have. And the information changes every minute, and you should be lucky I'm not changing my mind every minute, right? I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible and trying to, make the least amount of changes to my charts, so you can see my past projections and predictions. All right, let's get back to the tweet. Now, the 4-hour chart yesterday gave me a 913, telling me that I can look for a short-term correction, just a couple of candles, just a 4 to 12-hour correction, 4 to 16-hour correction, because the daily and the weekly were both bullish. Now, let's take a look at what happened on the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart never pulled back. Again, my code is different than the actual code that Wall Street is using, because Wall Street would not have put a number 1 on this candle. They would have put a number 1 on this candle, so I am now 1 candle ahead. I'm aware of this. Once again, my arrows were matching the daily chart, so they're already way undervalued. So now, what am I looking for? I am now gonna, well, if I would have got on video 12 hours ago, I would have drawn my arrow from here, but I was, I wasn't actually sleeping. I was tweeting. I didn't get I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. It's noon here. I got up at like 9. I went to bed at like 6. So now I'm gonna draw another set of arrows to probably, but again, I'm only looking for, a few more candles, right? So what do we got here? 5. So this is candle number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 9, with potential of 1 more candle, because I am 1 candle ahead on a heads up. So somewhere before August 3rd, November 3rd, I am looking for a short-term top, something maybe like this, maybe further, maybe I don't know, like something like that. I have no idea, right? We're going up faster. So what happened here? What happens when your short-term calls for a 1 to 4 candle pullback, but higher time frames do not call for any pullback, right? Because that's what happened. Higher time frames were saying higher, lower time frame was saying minor pullback. Now, obviously, in this situation, I am looking way closer to a 1 candle pullback than a 4 candle pullback, because higher time frames are screaming bullish. We got no pullback at all. How do you know when to jump back into the market? How do you know when to jump back into the market? Well, either here, the moment you get a green number higher than a previous green number. And if you're using the Wall Street version of this indicator and not my version of the indicator, which gives you way earlier buy and sell signals, if you're going to use it the Wall Street way, your entry would have been 1 candle later, the moment that candle started trading above the other candle, right? So these are my entries, right? So you would have gone back into the market and realized that this 913 is not going to pull the price back at all. You could have either done this at $6,620, or the moment this, maybe this should be a little bit, a smidge higher, the moment this candle started trading above that candle, so that puts it at around $6,765 around 8 p.m. New York time. All right, yesterday, 8 p.m. New York time. All right. So these are your potential entries back in. Now, once you enter back in, what are you looking for? Well, you're looking for one of two things, right? You're either looking for a new 13, which is coming next candle, by the way, right? Because there was a 9 here. Let me open up the back test. There was a 9 here that kicked off a countdown to 13 that got exhausted. There was also a 9 right here on October 30th, okay, that kicked off another 13 count that got picked up right here. See, this is the 13, so this is a 9, right? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's why this is an 8. This is not a bug in the code. The code is running perfectly accurate, okay? Other than potentially skipping this number. But so there was another 13 that concludes this 9's uptrend, but now there is another 9. So the moment you get back into this trade, you are either looking for a brand new 9, which is going to come right at midnight on the midnight tonight, right? Midnight today, New York time. It's 6:20 a.m. in New York. So at midnight tonight, I'm either looking for a top at midnight New York time, or potentially a brand new 13 count coming from this 9 that just formed yesterday, and that may not come, for like 2 more days. Okay, so those are your potential tops based on time indication. I have no freaking idea how high the price can get. We can be at $15,000 next week, okay? And I'm going to talk about the stupidity of 2x and how horrible this is in a minute. I'll get to that bullshit in a second. And especially the tweets that I'm getting. People are idiots. Anyway, so this is my outlook. The hourly outlook, let's take a look. This is what I called last time I did this video. We were forming a 9, and I said, hey, look for a 1 to 4 candle correction and higher. I have not changed these arrows, okay? This is how I had them. We just had another 9. We had a 1 candle correction, and we're going higher. So what am I looking for from an hourly chart? Well, same thing I looked for from a daily chart. I mean, look at this. This thing is flying off the charts here, okay? I'm going to look for 5 more hours of upside, right? I'm going to count my candles. This is 4, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 with a potential 10th candle because I'm following a 9 with a 9, right? So again, I'm 1 candle ahead of the official Wall Street indicator. So either at noon today, New York time, or 11 o'clock New York time, I would be looking for a high. How high will it get? I have no freaking idea. None at all, right? It could be like this, right? I have no idea. I really don't know. But I am looking for a potential high, maybe 7,200. I'm guessing. I have no clue whatsoever. I'll be looking for a very minor correction. I don't know, maybe back to 7,000 over the next, 1 to 4 hours. And once again, higher. Well, like I generally guess these arrows, right? I have no clue. Right? Like I have no clue, right? I'm just going by time. We're dealing with new all-time highs. People are rushing into the market. Even B trash is going up. I mean, come on, guys, give me a break. Give me a break. This is ridiculous. I don't really care about Ethereum. Someone asked me. I mean, you should look at my tweets. Anyway, I think I explained this fairly well. Please read it. I'm expecting the weekly to top. I'm expecting. Let's go back to my Twitter actually. Last night I sent this update and people are completely confused what the hell I meant. If you are confused by this tweet, please stop trading. Please stop trading. Don't trade. If you have no idea what this means, please do not trade. Okay? You do not belong trading Bitcoin. Okay? What does this tweet mean? My prediction was for 6,900 on November 5th, not November 1st, 2nd. We hit the price target too early. Hit the price target too early. Time is more critical here. So probably higher. And people are confused what I meant by higher. This means price is going higher. I tweeted this out about 6-7 hours ago. This means price is going higher. That is what I meant, because I'm looking for a top on November 5th. I have no clue at what price that top is going to happen. Now, my following tweet was the following. All right, come on. No matter how high we get before SegWit2x, hard fork, the damage by these bad actors, and I underline the word bad actors, has been done. The damage is done, okay? I'm expecting a correction to 5,000 bucks, okay? Even if we go to 15,000, I will be expecting a correction to 5,000 bucks. And if SegWit2x actually screws up the economics of Bitcoin, if it really damages the Bitcoin brand, if it creates confusion, if Coinbase goes under because they chose the wrong side of the fork, if Zappo goes under because they chose the wrong side of the fork, if 2x causes significant damage, then you know where my price target is, right here, 1,300. This area was never retested, and this area will continue to scare me for at least the next 6 months. For at least the next 6 months, okay? So if SegWit2x does completely screw up the economics of Bitcoin, then yeah, then this is going to be my target, okay? And I'm gonna give these people shit for as long as I live, okay? Now, if there is brand confusion, and if there are two Bitcoins, and if, you know, and if there's bullshit, I mean, Bcash is garbage. B Gold is even better than Bcash. That one doesn't bother me at all. But if this 2x, I mean, I give it a 0.1% chance that that 2x hard fork is going to be the Bitcoin of the future. But if that 0.1% chance occurs, you will never see me make another Bitcoin video again. I'm just going to be doing stock market videos. I'm going to open my hedge fund, and I'm going to trade traditional, not a hedge fund, sorry. I'm going to open my family office. I don't want to trade other people's money. I'm going to open my family office, and I'm going to trade traditional markets, okay? Because then blockchains are bullshit, all right? That's what will happen if this 2x garbage wins, all right? And it's not going to win. I give it a 0.1% chance of success. There is some success. I mean, these guys are relentless. They don't stop. I mean, just take a look at like Jameson Lop's tweets. And I'm not even a huge fan of Jameson, but I respect him. I respect him. I disagree with him. I'll probably see him at scaling tomorrow or like in 2 days, but I respect him. Okay. Where is this tweet about the? Man, I thought I tweeted a lot. Where's this tweet about Amazon Web Services? Beautiful. There it is. All right. Here it is. 83% of reachable SegWit2x nodes are running on Amazon Web Services. That means that in reality, there's probably just like 110 nodes on SegWit2x. That's it. That's it. What idiots think that this is going to be the dominant Bitcoin? All right. This is insane. This is insane. This is stupidity. All right. Anyway, let's get back to my Twitter. All right. Anyway, tweets and replies. Here. Do you think it's smart to short B-Trash? No, it's stupid to even short one coin. And I'm not answering this question. I can't, guys. I can't take this. Anyway. Let me see here. What else? I changed my LinkedIn description because clearly people don't know who I am before they contact me. So please read my LinkedIn description before contacting me with any messages going forward, please. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. All right. Let's get back to the price of Bitcoin. We're hitting all-time highs. I'll probably grab your questions. Let me see. Do I have anyone doing questions for me today? All right. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. You have it all right there. All right. I'm looking at time way more than I'm looking at price. I'll take a look at the live chat. I was supposed to have a car pick me up. I'm actually, hold on a second, guys. Let's see how much time I have. Supposed to get a car to take me to, I have to meet some people for lunch. It's been kind of hectic here in Ukraine for me. All right, I may have to go downstairs. Someone, hey, Bitcoin Buddha, you're asking the question, Tone, put out a trading seminar on PPV or something. What is PPV? Does that mean pay-per-view? I don't know how to do that, guys. I can barely organize the time to make these videos. All right. Is it worth depositing into Bitfinex to profit from the split of SegWit 2x? That is a great question. That is the perfect question. Okay. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. At this point, I'm going to say something that may be right, may be wrong, who cares? I believe the Bitcoin correction is going to begin before SegWit 2x. I think that people are buying into Bitcoin right now. And this is obvious, right? Like it's not rocket science right now. People think that you need to own Bitcoin before the hard fork comes, okay? We're also assuming, okay, you know what? Before I answer that question, let me answer this question. Do you see divergence on MACD? No, I see no divergence. There is no divergence. There is no divergence when something is hitting all-time high. The divergence does not exist. Divergence is a lagging indicator. You cannot have divergence 3 seconds into an all-time high. You have to wait for the turn. The turn has to come. I've said this before many times. There cannot be divergence because if Bitcoin goes to 10,000 by tomorrow, there will not be divergence because RSI and MACD can always go higher. So the only way to spot divergence is after the price has already turned. And then divergence helps you identify how big the pullback is going to be. Using divergence to spot a top or a bottom is dumb. Is dumb. Please don't do it. You're going to lose a lot of money. All right. Divergence is a lagging indicator to help you identify the size of the move after the turn. It's not before. Okay. Next, the whole SegWit 2x nonsense. Okay. Look, no one's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. There's still a high probability that they're going to split. They're going to split. But we don't know how useful that split is going to be. We don't know if there's going to be replay protection. We don't know if it's going to cause havoc in Bitcoin. And we don't know what the price of the SegWit 2x coins is going to be. What we do know is that Bitcoin is going into a blow-off top. It's starting to go exponential. And if Bitcoin goes exponential, let's say Bitcoin goes to $10,000 in the next 2 weeks. Let's say it goes to $12,000 in the next 2 weeks. Is it possible? Absolutely possible, okay? Why does anybody want to take a chance that SegWit 2x is going to completely screw up the entire ecosystem, right? You're just going to sell. You're going to take your money. Why do you want to split your Bitcoins at $10,000 with a potential of a 50% correction? Because then adding all 4 of them together, your Bitcoins, your SegWit 2x coins, your B-Trash coins, your SegWit Gold coins, because if this shit goes to like $10,000 to $12,000, there's gonna be a blow off top, and there's probably gonna be a serious correction, potentially back to 5,000. You're gonna start selling before the SegWit 2x hard fork because you are happy with your gains, and you're gonna be scared. Like if Bitcoin was limping into the hard fork, if Bitcoin was like at 64, 6,500 into the hard fork, you're just gonna wait. You're gonna like, oh, that's not a big deal. What's the point of taking my profit? And if we're going into the hard fork, if we're limping into the hard fork from right now, that means we will be limping into the hard fork at 7,500. And then people will probably wait for the hard fork. But if we're looking at an exponential or parabolic blow off top into the hard fork of like 8,000 to 10,000 bucks, anyone with half a brain is going to start selling this shit 2 to 3 days before the hard fork. And the price is going to fall into the hard fork. And more selling is going to cause concern, and more people are going to start to panic, causing more selling. And the selling is going to continue right into the hard fork. To give you a classical example, let's go back to the let's go back to the, what do you call it, the halving. Where's the halving? Let's go back to the halving event. The halving took place back in June. So let's go to the halving event. I was saying this. Those of you that have been watching me for years know what I said going into the halving, okay? Here's the halving event, right? And everyone said, oh, the halving is coming, the halving is coming, Bitcoin price is gonna rise, okay? There's your halving. Here is your blow off top. Ironically ended on a 9 at the top of my channel, though the channel didn't exist. All right, so let me not toot my horn. I mean, this channel was drawn in way later, okay? This purple channel was there, right? So right at the top of my purple channel, we had a perfected 9 sell. Here is your halving day. Look what happened. And I talked about this as of December of the prior year. You can go, if you can find my videos back in December. I didn't have my YouTube channel or anything like that, okay? Hey, thank you for that donation in Mexican pesos. I know the economy isn't great over there. Just saw that. Okay, so forget the 9. Forget that. If I had been looking at this indicator, I would have timed the exit here, okay? What's important to understand is that this is your halving. This is the blow off top. We went from here is, and we didn't even start going up. I mean, we started going up here. So Bitcoin is 450 bucks, right? A month before the halving, a month and a half before the halving, Bitcoin is 450 bucks. Bitcoin rises to almost double the price in a month. In 1 month leading into the halving, Bitcoin went up like 80%, almost double. Look when it started to crash. It started to crash 2 full weeks before the halving. Why? Why did that happen? Okay, because the event was already priced in and people were already happy with their gains. It blew its load early because of speculators, all right? Same scenario is gonna happen right now. Oh, wow, that's, oh yeah, I think that's the 3,000. Oh, no, that's the 1,200 one. This is also before I was looking at this indicator to time tops and bottoms, right? See, this is why I like using time instead of price. Helps me a lot, all right? Helps me a lot right here, all right? How many times I can point this out? Right there, boom, all right? Look, if we're going to a blow off top early, I'll probably have to like redraw these arrows, right? It looks like we're going into a blow off top, so we might top earlier. Okay, this might be the high. This next one, if this blow off top happens at like $9,000, that's probably it, right? People are gonna say, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna take a chance on a 2x hard fork. I'm just gonna take my money. I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna sit this one out. Are people gonna go into shit coins? I have no freaking idea, and I don't care, right? I only care about the price of Bitcoin. I'm not here to make you Ethereum rich. I'm not even here to make you Bitcoin rich, okay? I'm just here to make you understand what's going on, okay? The 2x hard fork is still a giant question mark between replay protection and all this other, like is there or isn't there replay protection, what to do, where to save your coins, and if the price gets too high ahead of time, speculators will start to sell. Okay, they'll start to sell. They'll start to sell early. Selling will create more selling, will create more panic. Stop losses will get hit. Margin trades will be liquidated, and price is going to go back down. Okay, for now, I am still sticking with my correction to 5,000. I still think it's going to begin right after the fork, unless we go high enough before the fork, and then it's the halving situation. Same thing. Same exact thing, all right? There were other reasons for why we topped before the halving, and I was explaining those back then. I don't know where those videos are. I didn't have my channel back then, so maybe World Crypto Network, maybe interviews with random people. I don't know. I'm not going to look for the videos. If anybody want to fact check me, have fun. All right, wait, when is my, whoops. Hey guys, I actually got to go. I see another question. Besides the 5,000 level support and 1,300, do you see any other resistance above 5,000? No, I don't. This is my last question because I got to run downstairs. You don't mean resistance, you mean support, okay? Besides 5,000 and 1,300, I do not see any other price level support. Now, of course, there could be time support, right? So there is the 50-day moving average. There is the top of the channel. There is the 200-day moving average. Same thing on a weekly, the 50-week moving average, the 200-week moving average, and time support, right? Like nines, like a nines on the downside, okay? I don't know at what price these nines will occur. Hopefully this a 9 to the downside would occur at the same price level as a price support. All right. On this note, I will turn off my screen share. I already have a car downstairs waiting for me to take me to lunch, to meet a few people here in Ukraine. Thank you very much for tuning in. I tried making this as clear as I can with these all-time highs. Good luck trading, guys. Please don't use me as your buy and sell indicator. Please make your own decisions. This is an educational channel. Anyone that's asking me about when they should buy and sell on Twitter are gonna get a very dickish reply, because I am kind of getting tired of it. If you don't know how to trade, then you buy and hold. If you don't know how to buy and hold, just don't even buy Bitcoin then, right? I don't know. You're on your own. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all later. Good luck, and hopefully you make money. Bye, guys.